Today you're going to be solving equations that have more than one operation. So that could mean 2, it could mean 3, but multiple steps going on, so it's really important to show your work. So what I want you to think about today is if this is my expression and I ask you to get that x by itself, what is going on to x right now? What's happening to x? Okay, there's two things happening. First, it's being multiplied by 3. And then it's being subtracted by 7. So there's two things happening to it. So that means to undo this, or to do the opposite, I'm going to have to add 7, okay, to get rid of that subtraction. And the opposite of multiplication is I'm going to have to divide by 3. So you have to undo each operation this time, kind of in reverse order. Okay, kind of going completely backwards. So as always, remember you need to keep your equation balanced. Whatever you do on one side, you have to do it to the other. And we're always going to start by drawing our fraction bar. Okay, so like I said, we talked about it being multiplied by a 3 and subtracted by a 7. So I'm going to go in reverse order. I'm not going to touch the x yet. I'm going to get rid of this minus 7 by doing the opposite. These cancel out, so I'm left with 3x. 2 plus 7 gives me 9. Now I'm not quite done yet. I have one more step to finish this off. It's being multiplied by 3, so I'm going to divide by 3 to get x completely alone, and x is equal to 3. Okay? Same thing here. I'm going to start with my fraction bar. It's a little bit backwards, but I'm going to have the same idea. I'm going to choose to do a presto changeo here so I know what's going on. And I'm going to do reverse order. So right now it's being multiplied by 2 and added to 5. So I need to get rid of this positive 5 first. So keep in mind I'm going to look in front of that 5 to get the actual sign. So it's a positive 5. I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. So I'm left with 12 equals, be careful, this is a negative 2y. I have one more step. It's being multiplied. Y is being multiplied by negative 2, so I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. So y is equal to negative 6. Okay, we talked about fractions in our last section. Okay, so these are the same steps as before. I'm going to push all of the terms to the top of the fraction, find that LCD if you have one, and then multiply every term by that LCD. Okay, so I'm going to move this n to the top. So I'm going to rewrite it. I have 2n over 3 plus 3 equals negative 5. Now this time I have 3 different terms. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So I need to multiply every single one of those by the LCD. So the only fraction I have is 2 over 3. So that means my LCD is equal to 3. So I'm going to multiply this whole term by 3. I'm going to multiply this by 3. And I'm going to multiply this by 3. That's a lot, right? So I'm going to get rid of those 3's. Those go away. So I'm left with 2n. 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. So the whole purpose of that first step was to just get rid of that fraction. Now it's going to look like an example we did up here. So now I'm going to get rid of this positive 9 by subtracting 9. So I have 2n equals negative 24. And I have one more step still. I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. So n is equal to negative 12. Okay. I'm going to have you try example 4, and I'm going to give you one last problem to try on your sheet just for giggles to see what you think you might do to solve example 5.